Hey Flosstube, welcome back to Basic Stitches. I'm Jorden and I'm on Instagram at JordanXStitch.
And I'm Jami and I'm on Instagram as JamiXStitch.
And we have a video again.
Our video again.
We're doing a good job being regular with videos.
We're doing better.
Right now. First off, Expo happened.
It did happen.
And it was crazy.
It was... Anytime there's an event like that, it's a lot of work and build up to get to it, and then it's there, and then it's just over, and after, I feel like it's almost like a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely, like, relieving to have over, but it was fun to do.
Yeah.
There wasn't, like, a lot that was exciting to do video-wise, so, I mean, we took orders from people and we packaged things and we shipped them. We took the dogs for a walk.
Yeah, well, we had an hour lunch break every day. And so the one day, what did we do the first day for lunch? Oh, we went to lunch with Abby and we went and got lunch. And then the next day at lunch, we had to, like, a little bite to eat, and then we took the dogs for a walk so that they would nap when we got back. Because when people would come into her room, her video or virtual room, there would be a doorbell ding, and so she brought her dog, crazy. And the dogs would go nuts. And so
it was really funny though, because the doorbell would go off on my computer and they'd be like sitting on our laps or right in the room with us, and they'd both run upstairs
to the door. Yeah. So we took them for a walk so they would relax and sleep. And then the last day during our lunch break was spent running to get post
office to get
and
boxes and envelopes and
yeah, all that stuff.
So it was fun. It was, I know Janice Note that organized it from Noteworthy Needle is planning to do it again in August. I don't know quite what our plan is because everything keeps changing. Even the plan for Expo changed like 700 times, so we'll see. But it was fun.
It was.
I'm still tired from it.
It was one of the. I'm tired from daylight savings.
That's actually what it is.
Can we all just say that daylight savings sucks? It kicks my butt.
There is a bill not passed, but like put forth
progress
in Utah every single year to get rid of daylight savings, and just to pick one would be fine. I don't care which one we pick, honestly.
I would rather it be this one.
I mean, I'd rather that, but like I just don't want to do the back and forth anymore.
Right. Fall back doesn't hurt as bad as spring forward though. This one kicks my butt. One thing I was going to say about Expo that was kind of... So Jorden came to my house and stayed so that the kids and everything... And she brought the dog so that her husband, he was home with the kids, that he didn't have the dog to take care of on top of it. But just so that she could focus and not have all that in the background. Well, it was really strangely nice to have the 5 of us home. My 3 kids, my husband, and I. It hasn't been that for 7 years. Like, since Jorden got married and moved out, you know, with her husband.
Almost 8.
And, I mean, they come up and stay and stuff, and I love having my grandkids and my son-in-law there. Like, I'm good to have all 8 of us. 10 if you count our dogs. But it was this weird thing being the 5 of us. And my 3 kids ended up, like, almost, like, torturing my husband, the creeper, who's not here today. Yeah, he
wants to say thanks for those who missed him last time we did a car video. Right now he's getting back into working because he works kind of seasonally.
Yeah.
And so summer is
cutting
the big
loose right now.
Season.
It's big, yeah.
So he probably won't be in our car videos for a while, but whenever he can, he wants to.
I don't know if he... Well,
he was giddy.
He was giddy. It was funny. He's cute.
The weirdest part of Expo was because my brother, for the first couple nights, stayed at a friend's house. Yeah. So I was in his room, which was my room, and it was very weird. But
Yeah. It was good. It was long, but it was good.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Like, it wasn't bad. It was good. It was just long days sitting, planning, waiting, and talking, and visiting, and it was good to see, like, Barbie Pedal Pusher popped in, said hi, and different things. Like, so it was fun to see other people.
Yeah,
too.
we got to see a lot of the people that we met last year, but we also, like, over half of the orders that I got were from shops that I have never worked directly with before, which was really
great.
cool.
Yeah.
And I know that it was really nice for smaller stores that can't afford to make it to market, because there wasn't as much of the overhead cost of getting there and shipping and everything. So we saw a lot of stores that I've never worked with, which was really, really cool.
And they've had, some of them have commented, you know, they have had your charts and things, but they've just ordered them through distributors. But to actually meet and talk, even though it's virtually, and talk with them, like, in person more. I know it's virtual, but in person, face to face, kind of.
To put a face to a name.
Thank you. I couldn't, because I'm like, it's not face to face, but it is, but I couldn't come up with that one.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So it was a lot of fun. I am glad that it's over, just because it was a lot of work. But it was a lot of fun. And I wanted to say thank you to everybody who commented on our last video, or on Instagram or Facebook or anywhere, because everyone was so nice about my new charts, and I'm so proud of them, and I love them so much, and so it's really nice to have other people also love them.
It is, and I appreciate it. And honestly, I need to say thanks, because there was a lot of people that was like, and Mom, good job for stitching, and all of my stitching, and they commented like how nice things looked. And I mean, Kay, she stitched the cow, the bovine plaid, and she did a beautiful job stitching that and stuff. But like, the people commented on that, it was nice. And I was reading a couple comments to my mom and dad one day, and I even got kind of teary-eyed for all the people that commented, like,
about how you're a good mom because you're so supportive.
Supportive and everything. And to read something was fine, but then when I read it out loud to someone else, like, I got emotional.
It triggers a whole different part of the brain that just tears, the floodgates open.
And we were born with tear ducts that are overproductive. I mean, my mother cries, my grandpa, the people. And so, so tears. But it was very nice. I appreciate it. And I thoroughly enjoyed reading comments, and I appreciate you for taking the time to write the comments, because even for me, sometimes it's easy to just watch a video and you just go to the next video, and you I don't always take the time, and I need to be better with that. But I appreciate when people
hid the comment section on mobile, so it takes effort to make a comment.
But I appreciate taking the time to do that. It's very nice. It's kind. Thank you.
So, we both have stitching. Do we
well, since Expo,
I had to finish at Expo.
She did.
But I forgot to bring it.
And she's even fully finished it, and she didn't realize it till she's sitting here in the car.
I was sitting here, and I was
she almost had tears.
Yeah. I was getting all the stuff, like, for the giveaways and questions and stuff, and I realized I forgot it, so I'm sad.
We literally do the giveaway, draw the number right before we film.
That
so
way we get
you're
everybody's
eligible
comments.
up right up to the time we film. So anyway, we sit and do that before, and we just have Siri do a random number picker, or, like, tell her what ones, and we find the keywords, and anyway, it takes a minute, but you have right up till the next video to be entered.
Yep.
But since then we've both been stitching, but it's been hobby stitching.
Yeah. I've done some charting. There is a chart that I am struggling with right now, but it's mostly just the colors that I need to figure out. But I've just done a lot of stitching.
But
it's
okay
been a lot of fun
to have a moment, and it is a hobby. We enjoy it for a reason.
But we haven't really hobby stitched for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, Mom, we got to do a video. I have stitching to show. So we're doing a video.
Okay, well, go. You can show whatever you want. You don't have the finish to show. Bummer.
Yep. So,
Oh, do you want me to get that? Oh,
I didn't mean to grab that one. I don't know why that's in there.
well, mine's not on a frame. I have the
I
front
didn't get
page.
the bag for this one.
So the four of us, meaning my mom, Grandma X Stitch, Janalyn, Louise X Stitch, myself and Jorden, are all doing the charity stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop that is for Make-A-Wish. It's the Serendipity Sal. I'm sure you have seen it, and it changed dates a few times because of
The snowstorms.
And the product supplies and like getting stuff out to everybody. But it started, so the first one was released on March 10th.
Mm-hmm.
The next one will be released on April 1st. I think it's the 1st and the 15th of every month, correct? Yep. That they will be releasing them, and it's like one row at a time that they release it. And all they ask you to do is make a donation to Make-A-Wish. I think it says right there.
They ask for $15, but any amount is good.
And if you watch the Fat Quarter Shop's videos, they have the direct link to the Make-A-Wish from there, and that to me was the easiest to go click there. I've done my donation, and then also on their Jolly Jabber blog, so they have the link on there,
which
as well.
Is where you get the pattern.
Yes, it is. So that's the stitch along. Now this is the colors they've done it in,
and those are the colors Grandma's doing hers.
Correct. And it's navy, and it's light blues and yellows and tan, I think. And then, and it's really pretty, and it will match in my mom's house very nicely. Mm-hmm. But I wanted to do it differently.
I also
we just, everybody, we like to pick colors. We're stitchers.
So with Bloomtopia, I had done the colors of Spring Street, which is one of my seasonal streets series.
I'll show it in a minute.
So I decided that I wanted to do the colors I used for Autumn Avenue, so that I had it to switch out.
And I'm doing mine the colors as Summer Street, or Summer Circle, which is this one. So that's my colors right there. I'm using from there.
And then Janalyn is doing hers the colors from Firework Lane.
Correct. So you can go ahead and show yours.
So this is mine. Here's the back of that page. First row. I did this while we were doing Expo. I stayed up one night, the night that I was on the couch because Derek was home, and it's a comfortable couch to sit in, not as much to sleep. So I couldn't sleep, so I just stayed up and watched a show and ended up finishing it. So that's mine. The colors are not as good on the camera as they are in person, and that makes me sad.
The colors of that one, well, of all of them, are fantastic. And just to comment, my fabric is 28 count Summer Sky Jobelin. I do like it, and I'm stitching this one in hand. And those are my colors: the yellow, the blue, the coral, white, the red, and the gray. And honestly, I ended up picking out this gray and the white because the white was called for in the corner, and I didn't want it in the corner. I didn't like how it showed up. It does show up though. I don't know if you can see that very good, but I didn't care for it being in the corner, so I just swapped those two. I picked it out and redid it. So, and I love it, and I love how soft the fabric is, and and these needle minders. I mean,
I love
these things are so nice and heavy, and the magnet that comes on the back of them, so nice. Like they're, when you're looking for quality in a magnet, that's what they are. Anyway, and so I've got all my stuff together in that Serendipity bag, and that's where I have the other fabric and the stuff and the pattern for the Summer Circle, because I got to start that here soon. And the whole point of me choosing, or her choosing to do the colors like that, is so that when I have Summer Circle out, I'll have Serendipity out, and I'll display them together, just like
match.
Yeah. So there's that.
So part of why I started hobby stitching again is that I cleaned up my
organized.
cross-stitch stuff, and I organized. So I found all these projects that I've been working on for like years that I haven't worked on in a while. So one of them was Tulip House. This is a hands-on design pattern, and it has this one and then the spring, but I've just been working on this one. And I had the entire top done, and I had the white outline of that row of flowers, but hadn't filled it in or anything. So also I decided that it was, I want to make sure that everything's like cool for the chart. I had emptied a project bag because I finished Bloomtopia, and I'm like, oh, I should stitch something spring. So
I need to get this one out of mine.
in the past couple days, I did all of the white outlining. This took like 2 days just by itself. But I got all of the white outlined, and then today I just started filling in the colors. So I filled in those flowers. There's still a green. It's like grass, but it's kind of just a blob around them shape-wise, but it's supposed to be grass.
No, but it, yeah,
and then
it's very cute.
All I have to do is fill in the flowers and the leaves, and then it's done.
And that actually will go very quickly.
Yeah, because I did all of the color that's down there just this morning.
Nice.
So
it looks very good. The backside looked pretty good too.
Does it though? I've got my thread jumping back and
didn't
forth.
have to show anybody. Oh, my car's gonna shut off. Dumb car. So then the next thing I stitched on, and I am behind on this one, but I'm okay. I've enjoyed working on it at my pace. When I'm stitching for my hobby, I don't like to have that timeline, even though it is a sal that they're doing right now. I still want to do, I don't want to be the pressure. When I stitch for her, for Jorden, I have more of a timeline, obviously, because I'm stitching for a work purpose to get things released.
You can't just put it away for a couple years until you're in the mood again.
My stuff. Sorry, I had to restart the car. Yeah, I can't just. Where did my pattern? Oh, it's right here. Sorry, I got all turned around. So anyway, it is a sal, which would have a timeline, but I'm stitching it for fun, so I will post it and hashtag the sal, but I'm not
Keeping up.
worried so much about keeping up. So it's the Prim and Proper, and it is a pattern by Laurie Holt. So there is the quilt that matches this, and I just think it's cute. And when I saw it, my first thought, like, I love the colors, and this uses the Aura Fill Prim thread box that they sell, and they use that on the homes.
Prim Village.
The Prim, yeah, and they used it on one other one.
They've been using it on the.
Oh, the Prim series.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so, and even though I love the colors in that box, they're really good, I just thought on this one I wanted to do it differently. And I wanted this, well, anyway, this is, it's thick. Anyway, it's not washed out. That's my start. So I've just done the one corner and then down the two sides, and that's as far as it goes. And then I'll have the, the other corners to do. And I'm doing the colors from, so the fabric is what? I know this, I was gonna say, because I love Laurie Holt's, no, it's Shadow. Laurie Holt's 25 count fabric. I really enjoy stitching on it in hand. That's my favorite way to stitch on this fabric. Because other things I like to stitch on Q-snaps or frames, like, I don't know, I'm kind of funny. I depending on the pattern, depends on how I stitch it. But all these colors, and this is a hot mess. Let me turn that around. They are from Jordan's Spring Street. And so when I have Spring Street out displayed, I will have Prim and Proper out and display it. The only one is I did add candied yams. Spring Street doesn't have an orange, but Prim and Proper had an orange in it enough, and I have less colors than what it called for, so I pulled that out because I thought it matched well the orange value,
Mm-hmm.
to add that in. So that was the only difference that I did. And when I did that, it was really convenient. I went to my floss box and I pulled out my
Floss
Fix, and there was an orange one there, and I'm like, oh, that's the perfect hue of color. Is that the right term? I don't know. Anyway, and so I did that. So that's my prim and proper hue.
So this one I made a lot of progress on.
Wow,
This is
I've seen pictures. But...
Halloween rules. So previously I had this done. And then I have done all of that.
Wow. Don't gouge my roof.
It's on my Easy Stitch scroll frame. So I decided I wanted to outline it and just kind of do that because I felt like it. And then I came back and I finished this, and I did pretty much all of that box in one day. I had done Visit and the rest of it I did in one day, and it was like the afternoon.
And you've gone off of the Lizzie Kate charts, but you've just kind of picked your own. Some of them are the actual DMCs.
Oh yeah, I did my own
substitute
colors.
A couple of the colors.
Yeah, it's pretty much my own colors.
Okay, and that's on Mocha.
Country French Cafe Mocha. Yeah,
16
I think so.
count. And we both started it at Minnesota Midwest Retreat. I only have like this. That's it.
I did decide.
And this is awesome.
Because as I was looking through it, the charts, I love all of them, but I really want one that says watch a scary movie, because that's something that I do a lot with one of my best friends. Every week we watch a scary movie, but we started doing it in October. And so I decided I have just enough room that I'm going to take out that and unpick it just to fit in one more box, and I'm gonna make a box that says watch a scary movie that's gonna match.
That's cool.
So I am very excited for that. But yeah, I made a lot of progress on this.
Yeah, you did.
I decided at this point, if I can do a box like every couple days, it'd be done in just a couple weeks.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm sorry.
that's okay. I was just thinking, yeah, even a couple boxes a month.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have it done by Halloween.
But for it to have the haunted house took me a day, less than a day. But I also had to find my floss because...
Oh, there goes a Harley.
Okay. I couldn't find my stuff for it anywhere. I had gone through all my cross-stitch stuff, and I was having a panic attack because I didn't know what colors I had substituted, because I just have them written on my working copy, and I didn't know where any of them were. I knew a lot of them were Victorian Moto. I was stressed. So
cleaning and organizing causes stress because you
So
lose things.
So I was looking, and it ended up being in the same bag as my chalk ornaments that were hands-on design. I don't know why it was in there, but I had the stuff for several patterns in that bag as well. So I did find it, but I didn't grab out my grays when I did it. And so I had to go searching for those, because I had then moved that bag that had everything in it and put it in a different box, and it was a whole to-do to find that gray that the house is. But
and when I know what it's like when you know what you're looking for, you know, like what bag it's in, like what pouch and stuff, but you just don't know where you've set it or where you've put it or what it's
and
with.
I had seen it just days before.
That is the most aggravating thing. I find that completely aggravating, obviously.
I am very excited to work on this one, and I plan to have it done for this Halloween.
I want mine done. I'll pull mine out. I know. Well, and then after I get done with it, I have all the...
And it goes fast. So much
Christmas
of it is just
rules.
words that it goes so fast.
So the next thing I worked on, and I didn't work on this a ton, but the next thing I worked on was Spring Street. And this is... Jorden just emailed me this one day. That's not official thing. She just was like, yeah, here you go.
It's a very early
Yeah,
thrown together.
Not finished fully chart, but I mean it's good enough for me to stitch off of. But Spring Street, I started that because I obviously want it done so I can put it up with prim and proper. My problem with it is I was working on it, but I was not loving. I had it on an 11 by 17 Q snap, and it, for some reason, when I use that size of a Q snap with my Laurie stand, it
twists.
Yeah, it twists, and it's weird. It doesn't hold it well. I think it's
too heavy for the Q snap.
The little side thing twists and stuff, and so I don't like to do that. And so literally last night, I pulled it out and put it on one of the Easy Stitch frames.
Because you got the beginner set, right?
Yeah, but this isn't part of that.
Oh.
This is a 20-inch frame.
Was that the one from Farmhouse?
Farmhouse.
That you were the Little House Needleworks? Christmas at the Farmhouse Christmas.
No, that's still on that one. This one was one I ordered to do, because 20-inch, I thought that it's just a good standard size, and it obviously is, but I ordered it to do Northern Expressions Needlework, Shades of Plum, but I'm doing it in different colors, and I'm doing it on a 20 count versus doing a 40 count. And then, so it was 18-inch, so I bought the 20-inch. Anyway, which made it perfect to do Spring Street. So, and all I did last night is this window, I finished out the white thread, but the window's not done, and I started the green thread, which is baby spinach. But now that I can have this on my Laurie stand, stitching in hand goes fairly quickly. But stitching,
so does
double-sided, two-handed stitching.
That's why I've gotten so much done on mine.
Right? I love two-handed stitching. I love it. It's my favorite. I don't like holding these. I can hold it like this if I'm somewhere and, just do it. But then you're going back and forth. Mm-hmm. I'm shaking the car. And I don't mind that, if I'm somewhere or if I'm, visiting Jordan's house or something. But to have this in my spot and to have it hooked on my Laurie stand, it hooks on this wood side perfectly. And given my
it's really hard if we're at the other person's house though, because our Laurie stands are on the opposite side.
Mine's on my left side, hers is on my right side. And I stitch with my left hand up and my right hand down.
And I stitch with my right hand up and my left hand down.
So yeah, it's a thing. But to two-handed stitch, it is, and I feel like my stitches look nicer. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like it. But like I said, on that 25 count, I love doing that in hand. So I pick and choose, because then other little projects like I do for you, I love the 8x8 Q snap. That's my favorite as far as the Q snap.
I love using a Q snap. I love using a scroll frame. Basically, I don't love using hoops.
But that's how I started originally.
Yeah, that's how I started too. And I just
that in my driver's seat.
Don't love using hoops, but I've only ever used the cheap ones, and at this point I'm just kind of I know what I like.
But now a lot of people are there's kind of a square wooden hoop, and they wrap that tape stuff around it, and it doesn't scrunch your fabric, but it holds your fabric tight more. There's a whole thing that people are doing and trying that since I've used them, but on a model stitch chart I won't name because it's not released or anything yet. Remember, it was on a linen, and I bought that little spring hoop. Mm-hmm. And that was helping me, even though, my love of linen.
Mom doesn't like stitching on linen.
I know. I like even weave or Ada.
It's fine. That same fabric's available in Ada, so.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Oh. You'll see later.
It's fine.
But I got several videos ago. You got a light that.
Oh, right.
Yeah. It's
convenient when she's at my house stitching and I'm in my spot stitching. We both have a light.
It's thinner, but it still gives off the same amount of of light, not life. But you can adjust the temperature and the color and brightness more.
Blue light, yellow light.
Which I really like, especially because if I'm stitching at night, I like to have it on a warmer light so that I can.
It's not as
wind down to go to bed.
Harsh on your eyes.
It's the same as having a blue light filter on your phone and stuff. So I decided to get one. So I did. And I put it in my spot. And then I have my other one at my desk. So I have made good use of it so far. But it also isn't quite as bulky, so it makes that corner not look as like full. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
But
it's a little more sleek and slim.
I got that light. I cleaned up my stuff. I'm more organized. I know there's shelves I want to get, but they're out of stock until mid-April, so I have to wait. But like, I'm just getting it all put together, and I'm just like, oh, I want to use this space again. So I'm very excited.
And I've actually moved that light that you use, the slim one, into my craft room. I have a little love seat in my craft room, and I've moved that in there, and I've even just been sitting in there stitching, and I've had the laptop or my phone had something playing on that, like if your brother's been on the TV doing something, because, you know, anyway, it's nice that I've had kind of 2 stitching spots lately.
Yeah.
Haul? Yeah, haul is the next.
This is all of mine.
Oh, well, I think this is all mine. You can go.
So speaking of scroll frames, I got more. I decided, so let me see. I was working on Halloween rolls before I was working on this one. Halloween rolls is on an easy stitch frame. This is on like a cheapo one from Hobby Lobby or Michaels. And this one's turned around because my hand goes right under that, and like my arm gets so scratched up and I go crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm investing in frames. In frames for the sake of my arms. So I got a whole bunch of easy stitch frames. I got the bigger sidebars because I was really interested in how big those would be. And then I got a couple of the 8-inch sidebars. Those are the same ones that I have on my Halloween rolls. And I got 4 sets of rods. So let's see, these one, let's see, are they all different? They are. So
what just say the size.
10-inch, 12-inch, 14-inch, and 16-inch. So various of those. Some knobs, so I have enough for sets.
And they're the wooden knobs, you know, so not the wing nuts, so they to scratch her arm.
Yeah. So they have a nice finish on them. So they're
soft.
just like soft. And then I got the 12-yard roll of tape. Because
sorry,
I am out.
I didn't know they have that big of a roll.
Yeah.
12 yards. That's a big old roll. That's an investment.
So I am very excited to move my stuff over to these and use them instead. They're very nice quality frames. Worth it.
I ordered the frame set, but it's of the easy stitch things, but mine is a little bit different combination of lengths and whatnot.
Yeah, it's the like starter kit or something.
So I think it goes up to 18-inch bars, and it has 2 of the rods and 2 sidebars and the knobs, and I don't know how much the spool is, but I got an additional spool, and I would say it was not that many yards. Anyway, but I thoroughly enjoy those, like I was saying with my
Spring Street? Did you just put it on?
with my Laurie stick.
Oh, yeah.
I also got my Prim Stitch series. The latest with it is the number 9, the Welcome and Cheerful. And that one is super cute. So I got that one in because I subscribed to that. And then I got the March Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop. Tomatillo, Wasabi, Olive Branch, Secret Garden, Nature Trail, and Lemongrass. I don't think I have any of those greens.
Neither do I. I don't think I got mine. I don't know that I paid for mine.
And then I got I had ordered some other flosses because I ordered another set of this the flosses for the Spring Street to do the prim and proper, because I didn't think 1 5-yard skein was enough to do that. So I ordered those and this from down Sunshine Lane, and this is Hands On Design. Hop on in. Yep, hop on in. And I love it. So I have the chocolate bunnies, but I had never bought the Life Needs More, that set, so, or that pattern. So I had ordered that a long time ago. Haven't stitched it because you know how I am, but I love it. And I'd never ordered the sulky flosses. And then Kathy, I think she's kind of genius or something.
Because these are 50 yards.
Yeah, there's a lot of floss
and you
in
only
here.
use one.
So the same floss pack for chocolate bunnies you can use on Hop On In. And so I went ahead and ordered the floss pack to go with it. And I also got the sulky floss pack from when Memorial Day. And then there was also a pattern by Summer House I'm just drawing a blank. I know it's Summer House. Beth, right. But they, and it was, you could use the same floss pack of sulky for both their charts and stuff. But I haven't stitched that yet. I should get that out and stitch that. But I want to stitch with the sulky because people tend to love it.
I didn't even get to stitch with it because we used a sulky pack for the Moo the Merrier. But Kay did that that model stitching, so I haven't actually used sulky yet. So it's 12 weight cotton petites, and 1 strand is equal to 2. So it's literally a spool, and cut it off and get going. You don't have to sit and separate it. And anyway, I'm excited for that. So, and I just thought that was great that she did that, created another chart for the, you need my face? For the floss pack. So, there you go. That's all you have, right?
Yep.
Okay, me too. Except for the one finish that I'll just have to show next time because I forgot. It's
so
been on my shelf.
Cute, and the way she finished it and everything.
I'm very proud of it. It was an adventure, but I'm very proud of it. So giveaways from last video.
Which,
yep.
Yeah.
Which was the releases for Expo. I am giving away one of each of those. So, again, thank you to everybody who commented. I have read through the comments so many times and I appreciated all of the kind words because there were so many. You Crack Me Up is going to Kara Thompson. Congratulations. Simply Saying April to Louise Harrington. Congrats. Simply Saying May to Christine Barton. Congrats. Bovine Plaid is going to Susan Haywood. Congratulations. And A Sampling of Spring is going to Paige Johnson.
Congratulations to everyone.
So if all of you will email basicxstitches@gmail.com, let us know which one you won, and we will email you the PDF to the pattern.
There you go.
And then we have a couple giveaways to do this week. Have you thought of a question?
Nope. I did the last one. It's your turn.
So our first giveaway is, this is the Prim and Proper quilt book. So it's got all the, I don't know how to quilt.
Instructions.
Want to learn so badly, but it's the book that's the pattern and instructions for Prim and Proper. And then we will be giving away 2 copies of Pleasant and Gentle. This is number 8 in the Prim Stitch series, yeah. The little lamb. I think that lamb is adorable. That's the one on the needle minder, right?
Yes.
So, super cute.
Very springy. So even if you're not doing the whole series, or if you're doing them individually or something, it's fine to have this, and it's just an additional little spring item. I mean, it can be spring and summer, really.
Mhm.
So.
Mom put me on the spot.
Well,
I'm
okay. Think of a
blanking
question.
so much.
Think of a question based off of what you've been doing. You've been doing hobby stitching. You've been cleaning and organizing and getting your stitchy spot all put
Spring
together.
cleaning.
Okay, ask a question.
Do you do spring cleaning? I don't know. That's the best I've got. What is your favorite way to spring clean? Or do you do it? Do you like it? Talk about spring cleaning. Because, like, for me, I hate doing it. I love when it's done, though.
The results.
Yeah. And going through and, like, de-junking and just cleaning out stuff is really nice. Even though I'm a person that does like stuff, I like to have things. I can't be a minimalist. But getting rid of things that I don't need or I haven't touched in a long time is very, like, stress relieving for me.
Well,
when it's over.
and we do donate things that other people could use.
Mm-hmm.
Not just literally trash things, unless they're literally trash, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
We have, I have a Goodwill near me, but we also in Utah have Deseret Industries that's run by the church that is
it's basically
Goodwill. So they're taking donations still, and I don't know if Goodwill is anymore. I think they stopped during COVID, and I don't know that they've started again.
Yeah.
But the DI gets a lot of stuff from us this time of year. Because it's just like, I have this item. I haven't picked it up in a year. I don't need it anymore. But it's still nice and in condition for somebody else. So we do a lot of that, and then just getting rid of garbage things because
it's a good time after you've been cooped up all winter to declutter, clean out, organize, and kind of just be fresh and ready to go for, you know, your busy summers. And summer to me is more playtime, you know, and so I like that.
I also love finding treasures, like all my stitches that I haven't worked on in so long.
Okay. So, and just answer the prim. Well, which one? Because what'd you say? They both say prim. That's
Yeah.
why I just went.
So this one is stitch, and this one is quilt.
There you go. Stitch or quilt, and just if you
just tack that on to the end of
something. Comment.
If you've found a fun treasure spring cleaning, if you don't spring clean, if
that'd
you
be fun.
Anything, or just comment how much you love our faces, because you know
That's random. Okay.
We like nice comments.
But this was fun to do, like just a normal little Flosstube.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I like it.
So, anyway, maybe next time I'll have finishes too.
Well,
I'll definitely
you'll
have one.
And yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for joining us. Yes, I appreciate it so much.
We have a Facebook group. It's called The Basic Bunch. We each have a Facebook page. Mine is Little Stitch Girl.
Mine is Jami X Stitch.
My website is littlestitchgirl.com. And if you are getting a sampling of spring, there is now a tutorial page that has YouTube videos that explain how to do the different specialty stitches in it. And then my Instagram is Jorden X Stitch.
Mine is Jami X Stitch.
And then there's also Grandma and Janalyn, and Grandma's is Grandma X Stitch. Janalyn's is Louise X Stitch. And
just a little side note, yesterday, and I went with my mom to Hobby Lobby because she has, you know, the Cricut collection that she's finished 5 of the months. We're doing some finishing.
They're gonna have a finish palooza
tomorrow. Yep, tomorrow I'm going over. I don't know how many we'll get done, you know, but she's purchased fabric for backgrounding, and we got paint, and we've got glue, and we've got so much.
Maybe next time we'll have Grandma on so we can show it.
Yeah. So, and we'll talk about the finishing then, but
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it, and
Okay.
mind-blown.
Have a great week. Have a great maybe 2 weeks till we see you again. And happy stitching. Bye.
Bye.